Okay, everybody, at this point we have gutted the Saiga, we have taken a lot of the parts off, but we're still left with the plate down here, the safety, and the gas tube. So this is going to be a little bit more work, but it's nothing too crazy. First things first, to remove the safety, you're just going to want to lift it straight up, literally completely straight up, so it's pointing up, and then just pull it completely out. You'll see there's a little keyhole here, which matches the shape of this. Just pull it clean out. And then again, we're going to be using this again, unless for some reason you purchase a new safety. So place that in the pile of things you want to keep. Now then, the next step that I'd like to do is to remove the gas tube. There's no real reason to do this, but since I'm going to be repainting everything, I'd rather, paint everything well. So to do that, I'm going to need a little bit of a hammer and a punch, and then just very gently tap it out. There we go. And you're going to want to lift it until this little piece right in there is completely straight. So there, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's now nothing blocking it. And then just literally pull it up. Now, it might be a little bit of work at first. The first time I did this, I was actually pretty scared that I was going to ruin something. But if you look at it, not sure why it's not focusing, but if you look at it, you'll see there's a little spring right here which needs to be compressed in order to pull up. That's what keeps a nice little seal so the gases don't start leaking everywhere. So put that off to the side, and now we have this guy right here. It's literally just going to be the barrel, the sight, and that's about it. So the next step now is going to be actually, close that guy again, removing this bottom plate right here. Now if you look at it, you'll notice very quickly that there's one rivet there, another rivet behind this trigger guard right here, so another rivet right there. Again, not sure why it's not really focusing all too well, but whatever. And the third rivet is right down there. So the first step is we're going to want to drill out those two rivets. For this one, I think I'm going to use a 732. I might also use a Dremel actually, but I think that for this purpose, the 732 might be fine. Let me actually turn it around and check. Yeah. Either way, since we're not going to be using this plate right here anymore, it doesn't really matter. Of course it matters, but it doesn't really matter if we, do a little bit of damage to it. So, I'm just going to put that right into the drill, close it, and get started. I'll start with this one first. This is a bit of a tricky one, so yep, that's what always happens. Yep, it just walks. 1 second. This might not work too well, but I just want to give it something to hold on to. There we go. Let's cross our fingers, guys and gals. There we go. Let's see if this guy works right now. One second. Oops. At that point, there we go. That one is now out. As you can see, Oh, that's what you're left with. And now we're going to want to do that again, unfortunately, with this one. Okay, so again, just because I thought it really worked a little bit last time, I'm just going to try to, carve a little bit something in here. Just to give it something to hold on to. And again, like always, eye protection, everybody. Again. Well, let's just place that in again like that. And I just realized it's actually very hot, so starting to, but I think it's going to need a little bit more drilling. Let's just cross our fingers and hope this works. Man, this guy's just staying in there, isn't he? I know what to do. Let's hope that works. Woo, okay. I finally got it done. I did it off camera because it was becoming way too much of a hassle. You'll notice though that the 3 rivets are finally out. The trigger guard is actually broken off, which isn't that big of a deal because I did purchase a trigger guard that's a bolt-on. But I think the reason that it took so long to do was actually because looking at these little rivet heads, it seems as if, and this might be true on your Saiga too, it seems like there was a piece of metal sandwiched in between the retaining plate, not the retaining plate, but the receiver and this little cover plate right there. So even though I was drilling it out there, it was still, resisting underneath. But I finally got them out, no biggie. But what I'm going to do in the next video, or actually in between this video and the next video, is I'm going to be repainting this entire, piece. Mainly because, as you see here, this part has not been covered. So it is a bit rusty, it does look a bit gross. And the way I'm going to do it is, of course, with proper protection. I'm going to strip this whole thing down, this whole piece down, using the clean strip that I showed you in the first video. Then I'm going to, once everything's off, I'm probably going to use an old toothbrush or something to get all the little bits out of the nooks and crannies. I'm going to degrease the entire piece as best as I can, because it is important, with brake cleaner. And then once that happens, I'm actually going to paint all of the individual pieces with Alumihide 2 by Brownell. So I'm going to do that, and once I do that, I will have the new video where I actually assemble everything together. See you guys next time.